front, you've got your weapons.
Yep.
So you've got a twin 20mm on the front, 4 torpedo tubes, and 2 MGs. And Jono, you've got a twin HMG, 2 MGs, and a single 20mm, and 2 torpedo tubes.
Single 20mm and some.
So, things to notice. Roughly in this game, the faster you go, the harder you are to hit, but also the harder it is for you to hit things.
Okay, that makes sense.
You can either go slow speed, combat, or full.
Okay.
Your guys are going to start an ambush, stationary.
When it says the numbers, is that centimetres?
That'll be the number of centimetres. It's a number of knots, but 1 knot is centimetres.
So the game uses centimetres.
Yep. Okay. So, Dad, if you want to move your arm, you guys need to set up your motor torpedo. It's somewhere in that bottom corner.
Okay.
You're going to be in ambush, and we'll set up a E-boat.
We'll go here.
What's the look?
We'll go here. And our target.
There's
a tramp steamer over here. There's a Kriegsmarine boat.
Corvette
defending
Captain Salthouse has gone to fix me some snaps. So, we'll go through the details of the rules as we play it, but generally, you can accelerate or decelerate a speed every turn. So you're going to start stationary, I'm going to start at slow speed. Okay. Because we're coming out the harbour, you're waiting in ambush.
Oh, here they are.
Okay. You don't want to hit into rocks, that's bad. Yeah. Right?
Rocks are bad.
For every third of movement, so if you're just doing your slow speed, you'll move 12 centimetres and can make 1 turn. If you're doing combat speed, you move 12, you could make 1 turn, and then move your next 12, and then make another turn.
Okay.
To fire torpedoes, you can't be going faster than combat speed.
Okay.
When torpedoes are fired, normally you can make your shots at any point in your movement. So you could do your first third, turn, make a shot, and then do your next third of movement, and then if you were going it faster than slow speed. Torpedoes must always be fired at the end of your movement. So after you've completed all the whatever speed you're going at, after whatever speed you've travelled, you have to travel your full distance and then fire torpedoes. But you can't fire them faster than combat speed. Torpedoes are placed in front of you, and then the next time that ship activates, they'll move off. If your ship's blown up and torpedoes are still on the board, they'll activate at the start of every turn, and they move 45 centimetres. And if they hit something, you've got to roll to see if they're a dud, and then you've got to roll to see if they hit.
Just in a line.
Yeah, they go in a straight line. When you launch them, though, you can place them within a 30-degree angle from your tubes, because you've got some control of the angle you set them off at. Yeah. So you could launch them as you're turning to get the perfect shot, kind of thing.
Okay.
So, your objective is to sink the tanker, which is carrying vital war supplies.
Vital war supplies.
The Wehrmacht.
The Wehrmacht. Well, the Kriegsmarine.
Well, the Kriegsmarine is right, but it's vital war supplies there. It's somewhere, I don't know, maybe in off the coast of northern France or the Low Countries, and some MTBs lying in ambush. There's Lieutenant Commander Weeks and his second in the flotilla, Lieutenant Deller. He's fresh out of Dartmouth.
Fresh out of
Britannia Royal Naval College. And we just have to get the tanker off the board. And in this game, off the board, as soon as the tanker has any part of it touched that long board that's there, we win.
Okay.
Right, you have to sink the tanker. You don't care about sinking motherships, just the tanker's all out, and then try to get away, with as many boats as possible.
Okay.
Your torpedo is the best weapon for sinking the tanker. You can shoot it with guns, but it'll take a long time to kill it with guns.
Can we board it?
You can't board it. I'm afraid there's no point. You can get really close and get really close to MGs and everything.
Do you need booze, Al?
Does it help?
A continental lager.
So
yeah, I do need booze.
The E-boat, is that an E100?
So this is it's an S100 E-boat.
S100.
The Schnellboot.
So it's the later class. So
Schnellboot.
it's got a lot more guns. My torpedoes will be useless against you because you're a shallow draft boat. Yeah.
If a
so I've
torpedo
got a 20mm,
goes
a twin 20mm, and a quad 20mm.
Can torpedoes hit small boats in this game?
They can't in the standard rules.
Okay, cool.
Because they're too shallow draft.
And are there any weapons on this?
It's got 2 machine guns, which is pretty pathetic. I mean, they can do a bit of damage to you, and your boats are not the strongest boats in the world.
Okay.
So, for example, my U-boat has 65 hit points, one of your Vospas has 40, and the other has 35.
And my final question before we start is what we're playing with here what you get in the box?
So, this is actually the free stuff from Warlord Games Illustrated with the stuff from the box. So, I painted up 2 Vospas and 2 E-boats.
Yep.
I'm just using some of it. The box, you get 4 E-boats, so 2 of the S100, 2 of the S38s.
Okay.
And you get 6 MTBs. You get 3 Type 2s and 3 Type 1s.
Oh, you get plenty.
So you get quite a lot. The E-boats are a bit more. I mean, this scenario you've probably got a bit more points than us. But we've got a tanker which has got a few guns, and also it's an objective-based mission, so it doesn't necessarily really matter if the forces are equal.
Okay.
We're just going to assume that everybody has regular crews. There's rules for having inexperienced or veteran crews. They get slightly better at doing stuff. We'll probably not use every rule in the game. We'll probably get some stuff wrong because it's just a fun little scenario for Christmas and Boxing Day.
Yep.
And we'll start from here. So once my second in command to come back with our beverages.
One small question. You've got the outline of the tanker there. Are there any other playing pieces to represent other scenarios?
So there's lots of Ireland. I think you get a Stuka and a bow fighter in the box cardboard templates. You get loads of mines and stuff and everything. You've got loads of torpedo sprues as well. They are doing a model for the tanker.
I was just saying, is there an intention to bring out models?
Yeah. There's loads of stuff that's been out for this. The next issue of War Games Illustrated, I think you get one of each of the American PT boats,
cool.
or a sprue of torpedoes. I think the one with depending on the magazine you pick up, but you'll get an Elko and a Higgins PT boat.
So you can be Kennedy then.
Yes, you can. Yeah, I feel Lieutenant Kennedy should be a special character in this. Maybe and a 4+ he doesn't turn up to the game because he's off womanising in the South Pacific.
Yeah.
But okay, so the first thing we do is we draw at random a dice out of the bag.
Oh, like bolt action.
So look at it. And who is it? Just one dice, Dad.
Yep.
What colour is it? It's a German dice.
Oh,
So
German dice.
We get to choose to activate a boat.
Okay.
So should we start off with our E-boat to try and take on the raiders, or should we get the convoy moving?
Get a convoy moving.
Okay, so what we can do is our boats all start slow, so we can accelerate up to 1 speed, so we can go from slow to combat, which is probably good because we want to get off the board as quickly as possible. So we'll do that. We then take one of the rulers.
There's the card for the tanker.
Yeah, and we then go. So the top speed is 10. The combat speed is 10 centimeters. We start by doing our first 5. So we go from there to there. It's pretty slow, this boat.
Yeah.
Now we could make a turn up to 30 degrees now,
Right.
which I don't think we want to do yet.
Where are you trying to get to?
We're trying to get off that board, anywhere off that board edge.
Ah,
So
right.
we've got to avoid the rocks. We might have to turn at some point, but right now I think we need to go as fast
You
as
might
possible.
need to turn precisely once.
Iceberg.
So we go there.
Iceberg!
And then, this is the unique thing about this game, is that we then put a wake marker behind. So it's not particularly
it's a
important
funeral.
at the
wait.
in a small game, because you probably don't have
get
any
the
ships,
reef.
but if smaller ships travel over the wake of a
Can you
larger
flip?
ship, there's a chance that either they'll be like pushed one way or the other.
Can you
so they
flip?
change places. I don't know if you can flip. You probably can.
If you hit it fast enough, I bet you can.
Out just in case we need it. Which is somewhere down here.
Just in case.
There it is.
Are the planes the same scale as the Blood Red Skies?
I think
ones?
everything's 1/300, which I think is what Blood Red Skies is.
Ah,
but I'm not sure about it.
cool.
So then you leave a wake marker, so also it tells you what speed it's gone, because sometimes shooting at boats, it depends what speed they've been travelling at. And we then place the dice at the back to say that we've activated it.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we draw another dice.
Now we draw another dice.
That's your
So
turn to draw, so...
the stars don't look, and you grab a dice. Ah, it's Germans again.
Germans
We've
again.
stolen the initiative, so we've got one of the boat to activate.
And you put 1 dice in for each unit.
Yeah, one that's in for each unit.
Yeah, just like what
I think there are like some of the suicide boats and really tiny boats are activated like
And
squadrons.
presumably you can only activate a boat once.
Yes, you only activate a boat once. So the E-boat, we're going it slow, but we should probably go faster to try and get to those MTBs that are going to ambush us.
So
yeah. So
this
we can-
here
so we'll
is
accelerate
the hit
one.
point tracker, right?
Yeah.
And then that is the
So
speed.
we just say we're going to go
you're
to
going
combat.
at, yeah. Is that
We
correct?
start slow.
I think so,
Well,
yeah.
how far you've
we can
gone?
go up or down 1 speed bracket a turn.
Al, is that correct? So this first one here is hit points, and the second one here
No,
is
they're both
speed?
hit points, tens and units. So
Oh, I see. So I've got
35,
35.
and you'll count them down.
Right.
But probably won't be shooting for a while because I think the 20
Edit that one in
mils
post.
are the fastest we've got. I think they're like 50 centimetres, so they're not very far. We'll have to get close in. So we'll go with the E-boat. And again, we'll just place... Yeah, you place it at the point in the model, so we'll go from...
Oh, any point on the model.
Well, yeah, so you go, okay, well, I'm going to place it at the stern, and I'll go...
Oh, yeah, I suppose
as long
it's
as you move from
relative,
the...
isn't it?
But
Yeah,
you can try and line it with the start, but it's
That's how
difficult.
measuring works.
So we go 14...
I've got this.
So we go 14, which we'll take from there. So 14 to there.
I'm going to guess.
And then we can make a turn
is one of
up to
these
45
crosses.
degrees. So what you do is you take the you hold the stern of the boat, you put there, and you hold it like that, and then you do a turn of up to 45 degrees. Don't want to go 45, so don't have to.
Okay.
Like that, and then this is why I think this is why you give you 2 rules in the box, so you can measure accurately. We'll go another 14. So we'll then go to there.
Better than the other one.
It's a
It
bit
is
faster.
fast.
It's got real end. And then once again to show that we're a medium
Cargo
boat,
ship, combat ship.
so you'll need those because you're small.
Well, here
weights.
comes the Germans.
Then we go.
Oh, we can have
medium.
small weight cards.
So
Here are the
again, we
weight
just
cards,
slot it under
everybody.
there, and we slot it so the stern is next to combat speed, so we know what speed it's gone. Like that. And I'm sure if you're good at it, you can do that a lot neater than I did.
Might be a stupid question.
I'm sure if we
Why
play
is
it a
that
bunch, we
one
could get
cardboard
stuck in.
and all the other lots of shit?
Because this is like a play. It's an objective really, and they do a model for it, but it's not. It's probably a bit expensive to put in the starter box.
That's next year.
And it's not. It's kind of like it's got a few machine guns, but it's not really like a. It's more like an objective kind of thing that moves.
Manned by bored crewmen.
Yeah. So
I'm going on
now,
deck to shoot one off, sir.
once again, there's going to be no shooting because I won't be in range of you.
Oh, let's
So
pick
it's
one
definitely
out.
going to be an allied dice.
Oh, Allied
So-
Star of Victory.
So which? So
I
you
think
pick a
you
boat
should-
to activate.
That's your ship there, isn't it, Captain Weeks?
I think so, yep.
Right, there you go, Captain Weeks. You activate that one.
Okay.
There's the ranges.
Okay.
Get the gun range.
So I use this.
So use that, and
So
we get to choose.
And-
you start the Stario at 0 speed, so you can
Yeah.
only go up to slow speeds.
Yeah, so I'll go slow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
So any place in this.
Oh, you go up or down the speed each turn.
Yeah, well, you can choose
Each
to go up and down,
activation.
yeah. This scenario says that I started slow and the allies started ambush at 0 speed. You're lurking some rocks off the coast.
Hold down, engines just burbling.
Yeah. So now you can make a turn up to 45 degrees. So you hold your thing at the stern, and you just pivot up to 45 degrees.
Using the
Up
red.
to.
The
up-
red's a good guide for that.
Yeah, up to 45, but I don't
Yeah.
want it completely at
You
45.
want to go there.
Yeah.
And
Right.
then you slide out from under, and then you want to put a wake marker behind.
Right. Which is I have no.
One of
Oh,
these.
And you want to
Slow
slide
speed.
it so that
Slow
slow
speed.
speed is the one up. So you've not left much of a wake. So you see how the faster you go, the bigger wake you leave.
Yeah.
And again, I think in some scenarios, like if you leave big wakes, maybe if like there's undetected
Okay,
boats and
then
stuff,
we
leave-
it makes
That
sense.
behind it to show that it has
All right.
activated.
Okay.
Okay,
So
next
now
dice.
We get to do shooting now, but again, like I said, I think the longest range of
We're
weapons we
out of
have is
range.
kind of 50 centimeters.
I'll do might be in.
You could launch torpedoes now, but with the rock in front of you, it's probably not a good idea.
How many? Do we have a limited supply of
You
these
might want to turn a
torpedoes?
little bit more actually there if you had a bit more time to turn. 'Cause
I'm
you-
just
yeah.
skimming past there.
Yeah, okay, fine, yeah.
Okay.
Cool,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
If
obvious.
you've got a bit more turn, yeah.
Well, I have 2 torpedoes. You have 4.
But you can only ever launch 2 at a time,
Yeah.
every turn.
4 tubes. Lazy crewman. So,
Jono,
next activation will
dice.
be ours, I suppose.
So it'd be like that, so take the dice out of the bag.
I'll take the dice out. Pick up and surprise, surprise! It's
so-
an allied star.
so
at the moment. So we go 10 centimeters. at the
So
moment.
yeah, your slow speed is 12 actually.
Oh, so let's move this
So you're
12.
selling it to 12, yeah.
So anywhere on this boat, I'll put this.
So yeah, just move the same part.
I move
the
it for
same
you?
Oh
part.
look, you're supposed to put it like that. I think.
Yeah.
Oh no, it connects together. So.
Yep.
Well, let's put
I
it
mean,
in line with
it's
this
like-
stern.
And 12.
That makes sense. 12.
It's like
please.
anything,
So-
you know.
I'm
you
going to
just-
go in a straight line, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Looks like
Send
they're
me
going to kind of split
forward.
off and kind of.
Okay.
Do you want to
get
make a
rid of
turn?
that. No, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to go. That's at slow speed.
Yep.
Away we go. We're not in range of anything,
No,
so clear up phase. We just get rid of the dice.
Yes, there might be other things here if like you're on fire or stuff. I think, but really in the basic rules, there's not really much to do. There might be like check victory conditions and stuff. So, start a new turn. Dad, so you do the honours. Just blindly pick a dice out of the bag. Don't look. And what have you picked out?
It is.
Oh, it's grey, or is it?
Great. It's an allied.
Oh, it's an allied one. So
Green.
you pick an MTB to activate them.
So you want to go again?
Yep.
Okay. So remember, this turn you can also accelerate to combat speed. Now you can
Yep.
go faster.
Yep. Okay.
Attack speed.
Right. So I do.
26.
I need.
need a ruler?
Yep.
So you can shoot after any 30 movement. So.
Right.
But you probably won't be in range. 50 centimeters is the biggest range. You can. The game says you can choose whether you want to allow pre-measuring or not. I think for us, we'll pre-measure this game because we're all new to it.
No, I'm going.
Oh, so it's optional pre-measuring.
Yeah, well, they say they prefer that they don't use it, but they don't. The rules don't have a kind of mandated you can or can't. It just says whatever.
Okay.
I can turn after the move.
After the first 12, yeah, you can turn, but you might want to go straight for that, or you might want to go. It's up to you, really. Bear in mind, you're trying to get.
We
into
could
position
go in a
with
pincer
torpedoes.
maneuver around these
I'm
Germans.
just thinking here. I'm going to go straight up and then before. Yeah.
Right, and now you've gone to combat.
Yeah.
So change
The
the
wake
wake.
marker will
Change it.
slide back
Yeah.
to combat, so you'll have to big a wake.
Yeah. Okay.
And are you happy with your positioning?
Yeah, I'm very happy.
Okay, so what we could do now actually is we could check whether you're in range, because you might be in range of the E-boat.
Oh,
so you've got 50 centimetre range from the gun mount, so that is, oh yeah, that's 20, we're going to be in range.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So we can do some
Fire the
shooting.
cannons! Oh no, fire the cannons, oh boy.
So, yeah, we're in
Quite-
range.
Yeah, I would have
You
a go.
check your arc of the weapon, so you've got a 20mm on the front that's got
Yeah.
like a 270-degree arc, which is just blocked by your superstructure.
Yeah.
You've got some MGs as well, and I've just destroyed an island with my belly. And how embarrassing on the channel. The MGs, I think, have a range of
I can edit
30.
it in post. I'm not going to edit
yeah, I
it in
get it.
post.
MGs amount of one.
You're not gonna edit.
I'm not going to edit that one out.
So
That's the-
not-
that's out, and there's one I think just behind the bridge there.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so you just got the 20mm.
all of the weapon
So what
points
you need to
on
do
the
is
card.
you'll need to roll this dice.
yeah.
Normally you want a 5 or less, but there'll be some modifiers.
Oh right.
So it's about rolling low to hit. So, is it over half range? Yes, it is.
It is.
So that's -2, so you need a 3 or less now.
Yeah.
We're not using crew experience. So the speed of the shooting vessel, you're not at full speed.
No.
Did you move over 30 centimetres this turn?
No 26.
Are you not slow or stationary?
No.
The speed of the target vessel, is it over 24? Yes, it is, because we moved 28 last turn. We were at combat for a
Yeah.
note. So that's a -1 to hit us. And the target size is medium, so there's no other modifiers. So you'll need a 2 or less on that dice. So you need a 1 or a 2 on dice.
Okay.
For it's a miss. So, if it was a bigger weapon, it would leave a
Splash.
plume marker.
Yep.
And once a boat's got a lot of plume markers, it becomes easier to hit. 'Cause
Yep.
It's kind of like, there's people sort of flashes and go, well, aim there, guys.
Yeah.
So you let off a burst with the twin 20mm Oricon, but unfortunately,
No chance. I've just revealed
So
myself.
what about the machine guns?
the machines
range.
weren't in range. They're
Oh,
only
not
30
in
centimetre range. Yeah.
Okay.
They're not, they're not, when you get close, they're worth it, but they're not great. Okay, so now we roll platinum dice.
Your turn to pick out.
It's an allied star again.
Oh.
The allies have seized initiative.
Time
That
to
could be good.
move my boat, which
Right.
I will be going
We've only got one boat.
combat
It's got a lot more
speed
guns.
of 24.
We
Yeah, it's got
I need
Get there,
24.
Yeah.
Okay, that's me
It's got
activated.
some machine guns, but nothing.
Okay, so I
A bit
have
of last stand kind of thing,
one 20mm gun. It's not got to 2. It's
You've
just got, the
You've
one.
got a twin heavy machine gun at the back as well, I think.
Oh, I think that's
and you've got two
probably-
MGs. There's heavy machine guns.
I don't think that's got line of sight.
Yeah, your own superstructure blocks line of sight in this
But
game.
I'll have a crack at you with the 20mm.
So are you in range?
Die!
50? So measure the range.
I think that's going to be in range.
I
right
think you
there.
are. So you measure from the weapon mount, but that's 20. Then
then
another 20. Yeah, that's easy. But
easy.
you're going to be over half range. So that's going to be
Okay.
3. It's going to be the same again. It's going to be a 2 or 1 to hit.
2 or 1 to hit.
Yes.
1 to hit. Okay.
Well done.
Excellent. So now we need to grab some tiny dice.
Excellent gunnery there,
Right,
lads.
so you
Turn
are a
there.
20mm cannon.
We didn't
which
turn
is,
either.
when I find it. So 20mm
Oh,
do
this is
3d6 damage. So roll 3d6. Right, so you've done
okay.
10 damage, but
Okay.
you've also caused a critical hit.
Okay, with a
So
6.
what we do first is we take off 10 damage. So our E-boat goes
something
from
important.
65 to 55.
I was aiming at the bridge.
How do you mark that?
Always aim at the
And
bridge.
then criticals.
You're so screwed.
Apologies. That I
And
have
then
to-
you are. But
So
you
we're
are
on the
now.
critical
Then
table.
you.
So, Jono, if you could please roll a d10.
Which is one of these.
That's a
You roll
D10.
it.
10-sided dice.
Okay,
3.
Rudder's steering. Either the helmsman's been hit or the rudder is jammed. So we need to
I
get
think I hit this.
we need to get a rudder hit marker and put it on our boat.
He's buggered.
So we put that there.
Steer.
So what it means is, as soon as the vessel's activated each turn, roll a dice. And I want to make as many turns as you can to the left, or 3 to 4 to the right, or on a 5-6 you have to go straight on. What you can do with critical there is you can attempt to repair it when you activate.
Okay.
So I'll find the rules for that.
So someone taking over a cruise station or
Yeah,
something
like
that.
you hit the rudder, or you kind of your burst stunned the helmsman. He's
It hit the boat, and just like in Star Trek, everything exploded in the bridge, and he got thrown out.
so
Boats versus boats versus boats.
You must have a look at the website of this company.
Warlord Games.
What's it called?
Warlord Games.
Warlord Games.
Of all the wars, theirs is the lordiest.
You get free games. You're going to plug it on your YouTube channel.
probably
with your
not.
how many million followers?
Oh,
now,
at
Jono?
least 14 followers. 3 videos. This will be the 3rd in theory. Well, possibly the 4th. Edit.
So we're
Do you do it
we're
immediately?
Yeah,
Okay.
so we're regular. This is
Okay.
we're regular 5+
Check.
to save.
Just the D6, is it?
Yeah. So we didn't.
Oh.
Okay. Right. So it just suggests that we put some black smoke on there to represent a critical hit as well.
Woo!
To remind us.
Smoke
So we put the mark on the card, and also.
on the little ship is on fire.
Sorry.
If you get critical hits on all 5 things, well, you'd be pretty buggered, wouldn't you? Look at all this stuff.
We're
So
on
you can have
fire.
engine
So
status,
let's-
bridge
so let's
status,
put a little
rudder
bit-
status, crew status.
Oh no.
Fire status, you can be on fire.
Yeah, you can be on fire.
Oh, that looks good.
Just as represent a critical hit, leave a little bit of smoke or something. Probably put a bit too much there, but oh well.
No, it's my
Looks
shot.
fun.
It's good. The helmsman's on fire, Captain. Jump in the water, idiot.
mullet.
Right, so we can repair if we're travelling at slow speed or stationary. So unfortunately, until we slow down, we're not going to be able to repair this,
Right.
which is really not madness. So that's shooting, and we've got the good over there. So let's draw, take it out of the bag.
It's going to be one of
Unlucky,
yours.
it's the Germans. So I think we should just activate the E-boat, head towards and try and shoot them up and see which way we go.
I said we just
This
Yeah,
crazy
we need to get out
madman
with the way of our
on
tank
fire
and
is
go
going to
around.
come directly
So
towards
that's
us.
draw the fire.
Spewing
That's
death.
the E-boat. It's all about sacrificing ourselves. So we have to roll dice to see which way we go. On a 1 to 2, we have to make as many turns as we can to the left. On a 3 to 4, as many turns as we can to the right. On a 5 to 6, we just go straight. We're going as many turns to the right as we can. So I think we should probably not go any faster, because then we'll make 3 turns to the right. 2 turns is probably enough, so we'll go straight up. So we go combat speed of 14. So if you want to move it, Mark, and then turn to the right, and then turn to the right again, you have to go the full forward gradually turn. So we're going to kind of careen past that boat towards that rock, really.
Are there rules for the boats hitting each other?
Yeah, ramming and collisions are in there. It's generally not
You
very
are
good.
Beautiful.
go forward first and then turn.
So you go
onto-
forward, then you'll turn.
Don't even have to
45
fire the
degrees,
torpedoes.
and
We
then
can just fire the
14
boat into this
Wait a minute,
tanker.
14 forward.
14 forward. So pick
I
a point on the
found
boat.
putting it in line with the stern to be the easiest
Yeah,
way of
it's
measuring
quite good,
because they're
yeah.
like a flat edge,
Yeah.
and you've always got that line at the back of the weight
Yeah,
card
don't,
as well.
don't worry about the weight, we can put that back at the end, you see. So then, now, turn it 45 degrees, and we have to go a full 45, because unfortunately Jono shot up our steering guy.
Look at the helmsman.
Like 9
I
hands!
don't
No.
feel bad about it. It's a war.
Okay, and then you go another 14.
But we got another thingy here, so you can use that one.
I
That's
see.
why they give you 2.
I say, chaps, I think we're going to cross the T.
Well, this is a good thing. Although we're a bit under control, we are probably going to be able to shoot at your boats quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
Before we
that's
then
gonna be-
careen off into the sunset and probably end up leaving the scenario and you to just sink the tanker.
Then another
And another 45,
and
yeah.
then leaving these 2 inexperienced skippers to work out how torpedoes work.
Beautiful! You've crossed the T.
Yep, so, I mean, to be fair, it wasn't so bad. We were probably going to turn anyway. It's just maybe next turn we'll end up
We've
going off
just
the board.
absolutely offered our side up to be.
However, we're really
All
close.
of the guns
So,
are good for shooting.
now we've got a load of guns, Mark. So
And hair.
we might even be able to use our machine.
Insert
guns.
dramatic
Right.
music.
So we have got a 20mm on the bow. Under the smoke somewhere is a twin 20mm, and then right on the back a flak Verling quad 20mm. And we've got 2 machine guns. So first of all, we have to decide what we're shooting at.
I don't feel
So,
good about this, Captain.
Are we going to all go for one boat, or are we going to split our fire?
I don't feel good about this, Captain.
Go all for one.
All for one. So which one do you want to go closest
At
boat?
this point, I would be crashing
Yeah, for the
into
closest
full
boat.
speed and
That
out of the
make
port.
it-
It'll be easier to
Dodge
get
them!
things
Dodge
out.
the boats!
So,
that way.
so the 20mm.
Oh, there's a lot of guns on
So
that.
that'll be under half range for 20mm.
Oh, there's a lot of guns
For
on
that one
that.
as well.
Oh, they're
And
not
that
going
one
for
as well.
me. I don't feel. I
And
feel
then-
bad for you.
and then
I say,
machine
Captain, I think we're
guns.
fucked.
Yeah, nah.
Machine guns, I think, will be at long range though. Not quite close enough.
Language. This is a war.
So what we're going to need is we hit people on 5s normally. We are point blank range is I think
Point blank range. It doesn't.
Doesn't
all
sound
of this
good.
doesn't sound good. All of this sounds worse every time he
Yeah,
says it.
so point blank range, we're not within 5 centimeters. That's we're not that close. So we hit on
It's
5s.
close.
We speed of the shooting vessel. We didn't go for 30 centimeters, so we didn't go like this.
Yep.
Did you guys go 24 centimeters or over?
Combat 26.
Oh yeah, 24.
So Dad's
both the
26.
same, yeah,
so
26, so yeah,
that's a
it
-1. So we're hitting on 4s. And also, they're small boats, whereas we're medium, so that's another -1 to hit. So we're actually hitting them on 3s. So it's still not great odds because we're careening past each other quite fast. We've got a lot of guns. So do you want to do the quad one at the back first, Mark? So we want a 3 or less.
All red
So
king
a
dice.
3, 2 or 1.
Out of how many sides?
There's 10. It's
30%.
madness.
30% chance.
Come on, straight
Should
through the
employ
barrels.
some better.
2 hits a hit.
Oh, it's a
So that's
hit.
1 hit. So what we'll do is we'll roll the hits, then we'll work out the damage.
Right.
Next one is so we've got the quad hit. Next one, the twin 20 mil.
That's not
Again, it's
good.
going to be a 3
Oh,
or
that's
less.
the big gun.
So
Come on.
twin 20 mil. It's a hit. It's a lucky man. So now
Captain Weeks
roll
is going
now roll for
down.
the single 20 mil on the bounce.
I think so.
Bridge on fire. You just have
It's
to
a
go,
miss.
hell's heart, I spit at thee.
So it missed with the single on the bow, but the quad 20 mil does 3d6 damage and then an extra d6 for every barrel it has. So it gets an extra 3 barrels. So,
That's a lot
and then
of
the
dice
twin 20
right
mil
there.
does very much the same.
Oh my god, you
Does
could
3
explode. How many
basic.
hit points do you have in total? Ian?
All of these.
How many hit
And
points?
then you
Where
get an
do we
extra
get
one.
that?
All these
40.
together. All those together.
Oh, these are the,
We'll do the
little
machine guns
trackers
separately.
there. So
We
there's
might-
the
we
10s
might
at the
just put that
bottom,
water.
Yeah.
right there, and then there's the
Oh,
singles at the
He's
top.
going to need both hands. He's put the beer down.
Oh, here. Oh, it's getting serious.
So, unfortunately, Dan.
Oh,
this
come on,
might
it's
blow you out of the
Christmas.
water.
I think that's what I-
Oh, he likes
might-
this.
you might roll terrible.
Big dice. Oh, let's
We
add
got
all these
10
up. Oh, this doesn't look
And
good.
a critical. 20.
Oh, that doesn't look good. That's like half.
Oh,
How,
20.
how are you picking these into groups?
Just so
It just added them up.
add them up, yeah.
And critical
just-
hits are on a
6.
6.
So
Luckily,
9.
just the one.
Oh, so you've taken 30 hit points, which I don't think sinks you. I think you've got 10 hit points left.
Yeah, you do. So just take it down to 10 on that lower track.
So,
keep going down all the way down
miraculously-
to 10.
I mean, we've got 2 machine guns to go, but they're probably likely to hit, and they don't do a lot of damage. So, but you have taken 1 critical.
Critical.
So first of all, roll that dice. So
See
you
what
got 5
happens.
or 6, you'll ignore this critical because you just got lucky. No, you didn't. So we now roll a d10, see what kind of critical it is.
Right.
Okay.
It is 8. Ooh, what's 8? Probably bad. Ammunition
for you,
hit.
mate.
Right.
It's got most of the torpedoes
Right.
too.
Dad, you need to roll a dice.
He's hit
On
the
a-
torpedoes.
No, there is actually a torpedo separate. This is just ammunition hit.
Oh,
So you
right.
might have hit the locker for the ready ammunition for the 20 mil. On a 5 plus, you're going to take an extra 46 damage. So roll low. Roll a dice and roll
What
low.
are these? Roll these and roll.
Not high.
Yeah, see, it was just a dud, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
the-
good.
So you don't take any action. And the largest caliber gun on board is out of ammunition for the rest of the game. So unfortunately, we did destroy the ammunition locker, and the twin 20 mil doesn't have any.
Oh,
ammo.
you hit the locker and it all fell in the sea.
Yeah, but it didn't explode.
Pollution!
You still got your torpedoes, and you still got your machine guns.
It's okay, it's metal, it's not plastic.
And
The
we're probably
sea
like
creatures
3 off
will
the
be
board.
fine, I'm sure.
So that's the end of that activation, and we'll now go on to the last thing
Time
from the dice.
for that
Which
thing
is the
to
tanker.
move.
We should probably go at full speed at this point and try and get the hell out of Dodge,
Yep.
or whatever the equivalent German translation of that is.
Dusseldorf.
Get the hell out of Dusseldorf. Should we go 5? Not make a turn. 10, not make a turn. And we'll go 15 and not make a turn. We're just going to try to career straight forward right now. And then we're now
I can't wait
full
for them to hit
speed.
that.
Full speed ahead.
So, and now it's a new turn.
Ding, ding,
So
ding.
dice go back in the
Dice, activation dice back in, so I'll grab those.
and let's see what the Royal Navy can do now. So, guys, draw dice.
Okay,
up to you.
picking one out. Oh, it's a German dice, this isn't good.
Well,
This
do
could
we
be the
want
empty
to activate
view.
that? The problem is if we activate that is we may end up careening off the board anyway. Because we're going to randomly steer a direction. We
What
could.
happens if we career off the board?
We're basically out of the scenario.
No, we don't want to do that.
We've left the engagement area. You know,
I'm hesitant to say
I think we should move the
chaps,
tanker
but
for now and see what the
Can we
allies do.
slow that down and...
We could slow down. Yes, we could still slow down. So we'd only then move 14. We'd also then be a sitting duck, but also we'd be. I think we should go with the tanker.
Well,
Really?
You can draw 5
Ooh.
behind it.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. The whole point is it doesn't matter about that boat. It's just the tanker. That's
If
what
that's
we
in the way, can they
Do we
still
have
hit
depth
that
settings
if
on the
it's-
torpedoes?
the torpedoes
hopefully.
will-
They'll
run
have
it
to ask
shallow.
them a minute, yeah.
I don't think they can
Shallow.
shoot it directly, but the torpedoes will just go straight underneath it because it's too shallow draft. So they could put torpedoes in the way. But let's go with the boat.
Oh, well, there's our answer then. No torpedoes into the little boat.
Yeah.
Medium boat.
Medium
Little
boats, medium boats or
boat.
less generally can't be torpedoed.
Large boat. can
So
be
go
torpedoed.
5,
He's screwed.
10, and then we'll have to go 15, I think, because we don't want to hit our own boat. So that is the German dice, and now it is drawing the dice out of the bag. And can the Allies strike back?
Your
Yes,
turn
on
to
me.
choose. Yeah.
Whoa, what's it going to be?
Yours.
Oh, that does.
so who's going to activate? And what
Ian,
are they
I
gonna
suggest you go first before they destroy
do? You could, because what you could do is you could try and put your torpedoes in the water before you're destroyed. what might be a good idea is also slowing down so you don't careen into the E-boat.
Can't I ram?
You can ram, and I'm going to go find out the rules of ramming. You're going to full speed on
I'm going down.
Ah, Godspeed, Captain Weeks!
Somebody wants his Victoria Cross, doesn't he?
No, you want one. You don't want one posthumously, Captain. You want one.
Let's find the rules for ramming. Hopefully the index is good.
I'm coming,
Ramming,
Victoria Cross!
Might as well take the bastards with us.
But the boat's fine.
Apparently,
Captain.
only veteran crews
It's
can
done
ram.
for.
Apparently, only veteran crews can ram deliberately, but that's boring. So we're going to ignore that.
Only
you
veteran crews can ram normally.
So you need to pass a skill test to attempt the stunt.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So your skill is 5+.
Did you
So
catch that?
basically,
There's a stunt
it's
test
representing
for
that at the last minute they might have enough controls to get out of the way
Yeah.
because you're travelling very fast. So you go on a 5 or 6 to ram.
No.
Oh,
Can't do it.
boring. Right. So you can't ram. So you move as completely as normal. So what you do now is you.
And if they overlap now, do they just go through, or do you
So-
go closest as they can go? Or...
if you actively collide, you actually can't physically turn out of the way. So if, for example, Dad got there and he couldn't make a turn, he would collide. It's just that if he was able to turn enough degrees to go past, he has to. So he might end up inadvertently.
Oh, so he
ramming
has
anyway.
to now.
No,
He didn't
yeah,
want to
if
ram.
he's able to, he has to. But it looks like he might not be able to. So the problem is that you've got both ways to turn. So first
Oh,
of
and
all,
ramming.
ramming
the
means
skill
you have-
check means you can just ignore
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Otherwise, you have to make, if you're able to, you have to make the attempt to get out of the way. You might
Right.
not be able to because you might not be fast
Yeah.
enough. But
Right.
so you'll move. So first of all, do you want to go any faster? I suggest not. So you
No.
can launch torpedoes.
I want those speeders. I want to come up past the stern.
Yeah. So what I
Two.
do is I go
You going
12,
tonight?
turn, come back there, and then try and turn back in.
Yep, that's what I'm going to
They're
do.
in.
Right, so
You're on YouTube.
So
I want to go.
Something's wrong with that ship.
Yeah, it's on fire. Ian did it. Bless you.
you're 12. So
Just, don't want to
yeah, go from the stern. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so yeah, now
12.
move 45
filming
degrees to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you probably will
I'll be
clear the
filming
boat.
this
I'll change about 12.
And the 12.
Oh,
But you will cross the wake. So
Always
what
bring
we'll
you
do
in.
is,
Not at the moment.
so you go 12, which gets you to there.
What?
Now you cross the wake of a bigger boat.
Ooh! Now he's going to flip.
So if an inexperienced...
He's jumped the shark. You did too much.
So it's only actually for inexperienced vessels, actually. So...
Oh, okay, a regular crew.
So if an inexperienced crew crosses the wake marker of a vessel that is the same size or larger than theirs, randomised direction at the end of the ship's movement.
See, I thought these wakes wouldn't really affect it, but they
yeah,
do, don't
I
they?
think a lot of the game is about having a mix of crews and stuff, so that the inexperienced crews just can't do as much, but they're cheaper.
Could I ask a question?
Yep.
I can do 26, but if I do a turn, I knock off 2. Do it. Is that
No,
right?
no. So you've done the first 12, and now you've done the second 12, and now you can make one more turn at the end. So you want to bring yourself in,
Yeah.
so you can torpedo the boat.
Oh yeah.
I think there's a minimum distance, but I think it's like... So I would go kind of this way, so you get a chance to arm.
Yeah.
And then you can now fire with your weapons, and also you can launch torpedoes. So
I'm
torpedo
launching
rifles.
torpedoes.
So if
Launch
Two
torpedoes!
torpedoes,
Yeah.
and we'll launch them from the aft tubes because they've got a bigger chance to arm
Yeah.
them. Because I think there's like a 15 or 20 centimetre min, and what you can do is you can place them up to 30 degrees
Yeah.
from your boat, and they will move next time you activate, or if your boat's destroyed at the start of the turn.
Yeah. Okay.
So what you might want to do is kind of shoot that one out to the side slightly, just
Yeah.
in case this activates and moves.
Yep.
And that one you probably want going as straight as possible.
Which it won't do because it's already
Well,
activated.
but it might activate.
Next turn.
These won't move until that activates again, so
Yeah.
this might get a chance to activate before it.
Okay.
Ah, yeah.
You've also, Dad, though your 20 mil's gone, you've got a machine gun on the back. So
Yeah, but my
you can
bridges.
you can shoot Zeno.
Oh, of course, yes. Let's pilot
So
into
you
him.
are at point blank range there because
Yeah.
you're within 5 centimeters of his min range, which is
Yeah.
0. So you're within easily.
Again, it's like, when's point blank going to be? Ever? Because it's like 5 centimeters. Oh, yeah, we're right next to each other.
We've actually got 2 machine guns, so you can
Yeah.
roll both. So you're going to need a 5 minus 1 because I moved over 24.
Sorry, take me through that again. I need
So you always need 5 or less basically, and then you get +2 for point blank, which makes you hit on 7s or less. You get
Yeah.
-1 because we moved over 24, so 6 or less, and
Yeah.
then I think the speed of you you're not at full speed and you didn't go over 30 centimetres. So you need a 6 or less.
6 or less.
And you've got 2 machine guns, so you can roll 2 dice.
2 dice.
6 or less on
either
D10.
dice, yeah.
Okay.
So, no, just a
7 and
6.
So you got 1 hit. So machine guns are not great. They do 1d6 of damage. And they can't actually cause criticals either.
So I just need to roll that.
So 1 dice. 4 damage, so you take a few.
Oh, what
shots.
speed are you going in?
26
Combat.
combat.
Yeah, so you put the wake in.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So don't worry about it, it's not a big deal.
Speed.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And then
Put
that
the-
one
that one was straight ahead, wasn't it?
Straight ahead like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
So, because you're trying to get a tanker. So, now it's the next dice. So we shake this, and Jono, draw out the cups. Who's
Drawn
next?
out. Oh, it's the Germans.
German, so it's got to be the U-boat now.
Okay.
So first of all, we have to make a decision whether we're going to slow up or speed down. Should we slow down? Nah. Well, otherwise we're going to... Probably we're doing random turns again.
Nah.
So I think we should slow down so we don't go off the board this turn. If
You
we
could
roll
try
wrong.
and... Do you not roll to see if it...
Well, it's
No.
you
Oh,
We
you can
have
roll
to
to
slow,
fix it.
we have to actually be at slow speed or less to repair anyway.
Oh, at the start of the turn.
It's when we activate, we have to be at slow speed or stationary. It's easier if we're stationary to repair stuff.
Okay.
Well, what are the odds about turning left?
So we've got a third chance to turn left, a third chance to turn right, or a third chance to just go straight on.
Ah.
So the problem
So
is,
we've only
we're more
got
likely to
30%
just
chance.
yeah. So I think we should
How many
slow
hit
down.
points you got left?
We've got quite a lot of hit points. It's just that we've got that critical hit that you caused that's just causing us to be out of control. So we need to slow down to try and repair that anyway.
Yeah, go on then.
So let's go at slow speed.
Yeah.
So we just make one move. Now roll the dice, Mark.
Think
1,
of it
2,
like
go
this, Mark.
left.
It keeps the
3,
guns
4, go
closer.
right.
It's more aggressive.
Yeah, so roll the dice. So we're going straight on. So we're just going 14 straight forward.
And if you go out of the battle zone,
I
are
think
you
it's
out?
just considered that you've left the scenario area, so you no longer take part in
Okay.
that.
We were very scared.
Oh, they've taken our torpedo with them. That was dash cunning of them.
Really. And then we get our weight marker, and this is where the game seems to get a little bit clunky, is that you end up with a lot of kind of stuff near each other.
Yeah.
Get
all
a
the
feeling.
markers
I know why they did them in plastic, but I get a feeling
Metal.
that metal would stay together a bit better.
Yes.
Then we're now at slow speed, we can slow down. So we can do some shooting, Mark.
Yeah.
We're only going to get the quad 20 at the back, but we can either go
That's the
for
dice to activate that.
take that.
Dice to activate
Lieutenant Commander Ian Weeks here,
Yeah.
or we could try and get the second torpedo coming in.
No.
But
Get rid of
okay,
him.
so we are going to be in. So we're from the gun mount. We're going to be in short range. So
Uh-oh. 10 hit points left.
Right, so let's have a look. We are
Yeah.
hit on 5s. We are going slow now, so we get a +1 to hit because it's easier to shoot. So you hit on 6s. Speed and time has went over 24, so that's back down to 5s, and it's a small boat, so it's back down to 4. So a 4 or less to hit with the quad.
On which one?
Just one dice. Pick a colour, whatever you feel lucky about.
4 or less.
Make some noises.
You
You got a bit too keen, and you just shot a bit beyond.
Because I made the noises
But
with
there's
the gun.
lots of like little.
If you had made the noises with the gun, you would have hit. That's
Yeah.
that's a convention,
rules.
probably.
So it's now back to drawing dice out the bag. It's going to be an allied dice, so it's now to
Oh,
Captain John,
Yeah.
Sub-lieutenant.
who might. And so bear in mind that you know this is going to move at some point.
I
So
do.
You want to fire the torpedoes kind of where you think the boat's going to
How
be.
far did torpedoes move in their
They
turn?
move 45 centimetres. They're
That's a
quite
long
fast.
That is
So bear in
long.
mind that you will.
And you moved 15 when you
move.
moved last time, but
Yeah.
you could move slower.
No, I could move. I could slow down.
And these torpedoes are going that way, so I've seen what they're doing. Pass me a movement ruler, please.
Go crazy.
Obengruppenführer Weeks. What would you be in a Kriegsmarine, do you think?
Corvette.
Corvette and
probably too high. It'd have to be like a minesuit we had. Probably. I don't know. Probably an example.
So if I
here.
slow to slow speed, I think that might be a good idea.
I can't remember the Kriegsmarine ranks.
So let's move down.
They're
to
all
there.
weird, aren't they?
And then slow speed
Not like nice, easy ranks to.
is 12 and one
They'll
turn.
need to bring it to
Oh,
turpits.
of course, you'll be like Lieutenant Commander Weeks R&R, won't you?
R&R,
Probably
yes.
Born over reserve.
Yeah.
Oh,
Probably did
excellent.
this stuff
So
back in the Great War.
12
Yeah.
In a
Are
trawl.
you implying I'm slightly aged compared with the young chaps?
Well, perhaps the
12 gets to
the
there.
young specimens here on this side.
And then I can turn it like
yeah, up to
under
45.
that.
You don't have to go 45.
Pivoting on the stern, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's it's not the easiest with these rulers. I'm sure somebody will do some like third-party turning templates and charge a fortune for them.
Don't listen to him, Warlord. You make them. Don't listen to the Warlord Games. You make them. You got plastic. Make them cheap.
So, John,
Make them good.
are you going to put some fish in the water?
I'm going to put some fish in the
eels,
water.
Sorry, apparently was the term.
Eels in the water. Yeah, I'll put. Oh,
Again,
you've got 2 more. I've only got 2.
Yeah.
Shall I just fire 1?
No,
just in case we fuck
can
up.
fire 1, but it's probably best to, because bear in mind what you want to do is try and put 1.
Okay.
If I
And they
turn
go
this
out
way-
of the tube, do they?
Yeah. So what you do is you can put them at a certain angle. So you can probably go.
I'm
I
gonna
reckon
go that
Al,
one
if
like
Al turns
that.
in, maybe we have to go that way.
Yeah.
And then if you go straight, we put 1 maybe going.
I think I'll put like
that way.
1 there, and then 1 has to go straight because.
Yeah. So you have
Like
to
that?
You can put them up to 30 degrees, so you can put it up that way, but that's probably
But
going to.
presumably on 30 degrees away from the vessel.
Yeah, you can't put them. You can't.
You can't put them
them
through the bow.
across your
Yeah, you can't put them through the bow.
You can't run him under that.
That makes sense.
E-board.
In real life, could you pivot these, or do they
No.
have to
No,
just
so
fire them
I
off at
think-
an angle?
So
They're designed to fire on the turn.
Yeah, so the idea was that you'd kind of go, right, we're going to aim for the vessel, you'd start turning, you go like, gunner, fire, launch 1.
I hate to say this, Captain Weeks, but this torpedo here on the port side of your ship, I
He's
think
not
that's
gonna
going to
take
miss.
Yeah,
It might go into the harbour and
Yeah,
explode a trawler.
you can probably put it a bit fine like that. I guess it's you can't quite get them against the base, but that's probably the straightest line you can get.
Okay.
You put it straight in the way.
We'll do that.
We'll see what happens.
And now I shall fire at them with my normal guns.
So you got that deadly Oriclan that you've got on the Oriclan that you've got on the front.
I will fire.
So you're going to probably need. So I'm going slow now. So I'm actually we're easy to hit as well. So slowing down makes it easier for you to shoot people, but it's really easy to hit. So,
Okay.
What's your range? See how far away. So you measure from the gun.
Measure from the gun.
It's
I'm
15 max, but if we're under 25, yeah, you
From
go
the
under
gun.
25, yeah.
Yeah, we're
So
under 25
there's no modifiers
there.
for range. Speed of the shooting vessel, you haven't gone over 30 centimetres, but you're not slow or stationary. Or did you slow down? Oh, you
I'm
did
at
slow
slow,
down.
I'm at
so you
slow.
get +1, so you're hitting on 6s now.
Okay.
The speed of the target vessel, we are now slow, so that goes up to 7s.
Oh.
And our
So there's
size-
only 3 chances of me missing
Yeah,
here
so
on
you get
this
7
D10.
or less.
A 30% chance of failure, Captain.
Make the noise!
Ah.
So you hit. Cool. So it's a single 20mm Orlican, so it's 3d6, and you can do criticals with
A
these.
single 20mm what?
Orlican.
Oh, Autocan. Also Canon.
Erlikon.
Orlican.
Swedish.
Orlican, that's that.
Erdican.
Erlikon.
Erdican. It just says 20
Yodi,
mil
yodi,
times
yodi,
one.
yodi.
Yeah,
Erlikon.
because they couldn't fit the words on the
Right,
card.
so this is the damage roll. Whoa, what we
So
doing?
we've got another critical. We've also done another 12 damage.
Oh,
So we
that
go
boat
down
You're going down.
screwed.
9. So we're now on 49.
I don't like
50.
to, bang my own drum too
Right,
much.
so you
But
get
the
a
guy on the front there is doing a sterling job.
doing really well. So Mark, make a save of 5 or more. We can ignore this critical hit.
Okay, on one of these D6s.
The tiny ones. So. Oh yes.
Yes!
Oh no, you lose at your job, you suck.
It just hit a bit chipboard to apply. Just yeah. I mean,
And now they'll be
there's
able
a lot
to.
of holes in the boat.
I was going to shoot the guy that was going to take over on the helm. It's like, no turning for you.
Right. Okay. So unfortunately, not like this guy is deadly. I mean, he's clearly on the older boat, but he's clearly a bit more experienced.
Yeah, he's like
Right. So
he's from Great Yarmouth
everybody's
or
gone,
somewhere
so
where
it's
there
a
is
new
lots of
turn.
fishing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all go in. So what you want right now is for the allied dice to come out, because then the
I
torpedoes
think it's
will
your
go.
turn to pick a dice
All right.
You can play the cup.
This, I'm just making sure it's different. So
out. Missed the cup.
it's going to be that's Germans.
Oh,
So we can
that's
either
big.
move our E-boat, or we
Oh,
can
the
try
one
and
that's
get
on
the
fire.
trawler and try and.
Tanker.
I think we should move the tanker.
Ain't no trawler.
Tanker trawler.
Are you defending fish?
It is. Das Sauce
Very much.
from Sausalito.
It's a trawler. We're just defending herring. Load of dead fish.
Look, herring is a
So
vital.
many people have died on this boat for your fish sandwiches.
Herring is a vital part of the Baltic economy.
That's
I'm
true.
going to say.
Oh, in the Baltic Sea.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we are. Maybe
We've gone a long way
maybe
from
it's towards
port,
the end of
boys.
the war.
What's the range on one of these?
I
Not
think.
very far.
I
We've
think.
run out of fuel.
I think we're coming down. You're coming down the inner leads between the islands of Norway and the mainland of Norway.
Oh,
Ah.
you've been based forward. So I think what we can do is either plough forward or we can try and turn
Based
down
in
the angle.
Svalbard, there's only bears,
I think that's
no
the best way to do it.
women.
We've got to get around that rock.
We're so
And
lonely.
3
There's a narrow
Germans
tunnel.
on a weather
So
station
this is gonna be
in the middle of
interesting.
nowhere in a wooden hut. I've seen the hut they had.
So this is going to be interesting because this is going to show one weird thing in this game, that actually really large ships can turn really well, which doesn't make sense because you can turn for every third of movement.
Oh, okay.
So we can turn really quickly because we only move our thirds of 5 centimeters.
I suppose
so-
that makes sense because they're going slower, aren't they? Whereas we're
yeah,
going really fast.
but also they're
most of the
really
time.
big, and so we can go 5,
Yeah.
and then we can make a 30-degree turn,
Okay,
which
here it comes.
we
Oh, you're
will
going to get
do.
obliterated by this thing. It has a really thin hull and it's full of
And then we
herring.
go 5 again.
Herring. Oh God.
Go straight.
We're going to be pickled.
Yeah, and then we go 5 again for our last one, and then I think we might be able to miss probably 2 of those torpedoes. Maybe
You're certainly
we
missing
might-
mine.
That
Yeah.
might hit us still because it's the base.
I'm
kind of thing.
feeling pretty good about my torpedo.
Oh, you're good.
Well,
Again.
I think
That
your
one's
fir-
right
I think
amidships.
your first one's going right over the bows, but
Yeah,
yes.
it is.
So we've got some machine guns on that boat.
It's what we
So
call a ranger
Sink
shot.
him.
I think we need
Sink
to.
him.
I think. Lieutenant Commander Weeks R&R,
Thank you, R&R.
scourge of the English Channel and
It's going.
German coastal forces. So we've got 2 machine guns on there. I think it's time I roll some dice.
Yes.
So, are we within point blank range? No, we're not, because one gun's like there, one gun's there, but we are in half range. Because so you are travelling at combat speed. So you went over 24, didn't you?
Yep.
So -1, so we hit on 4s. We went full speed, which gives us a -2. Because even though we're going really slow, this is shifting up the tank and it's bouncing around and. Yeah, these guys are like,
Making a cocktail
they're,
of
they're
this oil.
merchant navy, so we're now hitting on
What? C6.
ones. So we need a 1 or less, 1 to hit.
Well, we're not here.
Oh no, missed them. He's living charm life. He might get away on this raid. That boat is not looking good. So, time to draw another cut shit out of the bag. What is
We're
it?
using a mug, that's why it's so loud. It's a German dice.
I mean,
Look
we
at
might
that,
get a chance
folks.
to shoot up a MTV before we die, but
Put
I
that
think
on
the
that
tank
ship.
is at the bottom. So, Mark, what do you want to do? We could actually stay stationary and try and repair, and we get some shots into them.
You need to turn. You
Or-
need to spin around again to do another torpedo.
Because if we
run.
turn, well, actually, to be fair, we have.
Yeah.
If we make stationary,
I think
we
one of
start
mine will
doing
hit.
turn.
You want to use is going to take
One
it.
of mine will hit. One's gonna miss.
Do that one.
It's gonna hit right
Right,
in the
we're
middle.
going stationary. So we still have to, when you're stationary, you can make a turn. So you still have to see if we turn. So 1, 2 to the left, 3, 4 to the right, 5, 6. We just stay bow on.
Well, we want a number, not 5 or 6, then to get.
Yeah.
Side on.
Get more. So we're going to turn to the right. So when you're stationary, you can make a 90-degree turn. So we have to do that.
Oh wow!
And stationary, we don't have a wake. So, but what it does mean is we can. I don't know if it's next turn now we're stationary. Find the advanced rules for making repairs.
I know
That
they're
me.
flickering. No, and again.
So we can now, as you're repairing, we can reduce the speed to slow or stationary before doing it. So we're a regular crew. So you roll 3 dice, Mark, and you want a skill check.
3 dice.
And you any 5 or 6 because we're regular means we can remove 1 critical hit.
Are we going next in?
I got 5 and I got 6.
Okay. Right, okay, so we can remove up to 2. We've got 1, so we'll remove our rudder hit. So we've managed to appoint a replacement.
Oh, the fire's gone out.
We've managed to
No!
appoint a replacement steersman.
All that minimal
And
effort we put in.
What we can now do is we can now fire. However,
Are we in the way?
and this tank, our bow gun, is not going to be able to shoot at anyone.
Because that thing's quite big, isn't it?
Because our suit, the
But
middle
there's stuff at
gun,
the back, I think.
I think is not be able to shoot
Yeah,
this
that'll
one,
be able to shoot.
But it could shoot at Jono.
Ooh!
But the flak Verling could pump it into our hero boat here. So,
Is that right?
if we could do the quad 20mm into.
Oh, thanks.
Oh,
I'm
God.
going down.
It's under half range,
Yeah.
and we could put the twin into Jono.
It's
And we
been
can do some machine
nice
guns.
knowing
could
you,
do-
Yes.
sir.
We could do 1 machine gun into Jono.
Tell my wife that.
Tell Mavis that
Tell Mavis.
that I went down
No,
eventually.
both machine guns have to go into Jono, I think, because it's only one of the guns that can see Dad.
Right.
So to hit Dad, Dad is
Yeah.
now is going to be he's.
Surely we're not moving. We've got to have
So we are stationary, we get +1.
perfect aim.
So we're hitting on 6s. But Dadmido 24 -1, so that's down to 5s, and he's a small target, so that's down to 4. So you need a 4 or less to hit Ian Weeks R&R.
Okay, dice picked up.
Oh, I'm dead.
Is this the end of our hero? It
Yeah.
probably is. So it is the core 20 mil. So you get 6 dice.
Oh, that's a lot of dice!
Oh, I'm dead.
I think it might need to roll a lot of 1s for you to survive
Okay,
that.
let's clear those out of the way. Let's see how bad this gets.
Oh,
Look at all this critical hits!
So
Just explode.
I think for the fun, we should just see what those critical hits are.
yeah, that's
so,
all right. I don't mind dying.
You are going to explode.
Yeah.
So roll those 3 dice down to see if you're saving the critical hits, because the things like torpedoes can explode. So one of them's ignored. However, roll those 2 dice, Mark, and we'll see what happens. And then we'll see if they're fun to apply. 5 and 6.
Oh.
So, unfortunately, the gun was hit, so the closest weapon is out of action,
Action.
which should be one of your MGs because you have 20 mils already
Yeah.
out of action. And then 4 is a fuel hit.
Oh.
So roll a dice on a 4+ or a 6 for a diesel engine boat, but I think the
These
Royal
are
Navy was still using petrol at
Packards.
this point.
These are Packards.
So on a 4+, yes.
Yep.
A fire starred, causing 2d6 more damage. Basically, I'm afraid the MTB is burning from bow to stern.
And
However, you remove your boat,
Torpedoes.
but your torpedoes are orphaned. So what will happen is they will activate.
Oh, the torpedoes are awful.
Yeah, that's the rule. So they'll activate at the start of every turn. So,
So your
So-
boat just exploded.
so whatever happens, that
Yeah.
one was going that way,
Yeah.
wasn't it? So
I
whatever
knocked it.
happens, one of these is probably going to hit that tanker.
so I'm down.
So maybe we should, play Hum Rule Britannia.
Bum, 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 glug, 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 glug.
that ship is a goner.
I'm out. Well, chaps, you better carry on.
But does he know-
No pressure.
No
You
pressure.
might, you might have jumped to a life raft in time, and maybe your floated mates will save you.
It's
But
on fire. I don't want to save him. He's
it's
horribly
now
burned now.
time to draw dice out of the bag. And unsurprisingly, this will be an allied dice.
Allied dice.
So
Yeah.
you can only activate. We
Can
take
we
it
only use that on that?
Oh yeah,
Can
we should.
not
We should.
shoot Jono.
We could shoot Jono.
Oh, do you want to
we're
shoot?
gonna
Yeah,
need-
yeah, yeah.
Go
do
for
that.
shooting, John.
Yeah, shoot me.
The 20 mil, 20 mils are going to need, I think, a 5 to so Jono's slow, so +1 to hit.
I'm not that slow.
You are to so it's going to be a 6 or less to hit Jono.
Oh no!
Yeah.
It was going so well. Now
Yeah,
we're
it's-
screwing
yeah,
up.
So that is the twins. That's 4d6
Oh my
damage.
god!
Jono.
I'm not taking any damage yet.
Yet.
That's what I said.
But,
Yeah.
Hampton Mark is.
I've got 35. So
Yeah,
that's
you're a bit
good.
of a smaller boat, I'm
Yeah,
afraid.
smaller boat.
Yeah.
How much damage is that?
So no criticals, and you
Okay.
take 11 damage. Just one machine gun.
11
sorry.
damage. No critical
Right,
damage.
So one machine
Looking
gun
good
as
for
well.
my
You've
boat.
got to do. You need a 4
The
or less.
SS,
that's
HMS something or other.
Another d6 damage to him.
MTB 568.
MTB 577768
You can't do
44421.
criticals now. So Joe, you take another d6 damage.
Oh
Machine gun,
no!
6.
6.
But machine guns and HMGs can't do criticals.
Oh,
They're just not big enough
okay.
bullets. But we've
So
put a few more holes in you.
That takes me down to that. 6.
However, it was Johnny just pulled out.
24.
Oh Lord, they've shot
that
the
would be-
pie out of my hand. I have no more cocoa.
That would be 18, wouldn't it? Oh, I'm not doing well.
Yeah, they're a bit fiddly, those things.
It's utterly seamless. Look how seamless that was. 18 hit points left.
Right, so Jono.
Now I get to activate. I
So
should
first
know.
of all, your torpedoes travel. So you have to
Okay.
travel a minimum of 15 centimetres to arm. That's not going to be a problem because that one is going to go, 16, and that's probably just going to hit the bow, I think, because it's going to hit. We're using like the template of the ship.
Okay.
And that one there, and they go up to 45. So again, this one will hit the ship out. So 2 torpedoes.
Oh.
So you have
On
to
a
find-
tanker.
We
so-
activate that one. That one might hit you in the stern. Look at that.
So yeah, at the next turn, unless this moves before them. So these will move at the top of the turn. So they will
Oh,
hit,
we
yeah.
need to get that activation. That's an
Well,
important
no,
one.
you don't need to because orphan torpedoes always go at the start of the turn. So that will
Oh,
happen before I
okay.
move because this is
So I need to die now.
right. So what you need to do.
This is a far, far better thing I do now.
Now, yeah.
Right. So you need to roll the dice,
I need to move.
and
Don't
it's a d6 for each torpedo.
I have to move.
On a 3 or more.
Or do we do
No, you
torpedoes
do
first?
torpedoes first. So we resolve these, then we move. So roll dice for each torpedo. On a 3 or more, it's not a dud. So a 1 or 2, it would be a dud. So I'm afraid 1's a dud.
Oh no!
So we'll remove
Made
that
in
one.
Britain.
Yeah, this is because apparently torpedoes were really unreliable,
They were.
especially at the start of the war. They just were delicate weapons that if you just set them up wrong, they just wouldn't work. Now we need to roll to hit the table. Hit with this torpedo, because there's a chance that the ship might take it.
Which dice?
So you need a D10 for this now.
D10,
now you need a 4.
red flavour
don't roll it
cooking
yet.
dice.
You need a 4 or less, but this is a large target, so you get a +2, so that's a 6 or less.
6 or less.
Also, it's not going greater than 15. It's at 15, so it doesn't get another -1. So it's going to be a 6 or less to hit.
Yes.
Yep.
No, that's a 9.
Oh, we'll call it a 6 because frankly we want to see
Oh,
torpedo
that's a
damage
6. Okay,
Yeah, it's
it's
technically
a 6.
6.
We'll call it 6.
We'll
It's
end
a
that
6.
as 6.
Hang on a second. Oh, magic consider it's a 6.
Yeah. So, right. So do you want to know how much damage torpedoes do?
Yeah, I do.
16d6.
Do we have 16?
We might have to find lots of dice. So,
Right,
how many-
there's 6.
so you can see that torpedoes, if something can
There's
hit,
another 6,
They
and then
will
we need
critical.
4 more. Okay,
so you
4.
got 4 more. You want some allied star dice we got here as well.
Yeah, why not?
So again, critical. Torpedoes don't call critical, but every 6 you get to roll on the dice.
I don't feel
Those
good for this
torpedoes
time.
don't cause critical to
So
that
they just do
tanker.
more damage. It's just simply the
There's
fact
some
that
crits right there. There's
But they'll do
another
more
one.
damage,
More
so-
damage, so you just roll that one
this
again.
is 85 hit points. So you've done 24 there.
Okay, there's 7.
So 24 or 34.
6. There's 6.
So
7.
give me that. So
6.
34, 44. 54, 55,
58.
58, and then those 4 get rolled again. So 58,
How many did it have?
85, 58, 68, 74. So it's got 9 hit points left.
I would like to fire my gun at it.
Yes. But you need to do movement now, remember?
Okay, movement. I might stay slow, to be honest.
Yeah, because it'll make it easier to hit. And remember, you can fire during any 30 movement anyway.
12.
So and that
I
torpedo.
could do one turn at this speed, couldn't I?
Yeah, but you don't need.
12.
Actually, it's probably best if you can just bring some machine guns to bear on the back if you do a turn. Especially if you turn that way away from me.
And then if I turn like
So
that,
you got your little twin HMG turret there.
like that, we've got that little HMG, and my main gun can have a shot as well.
Right, so. Right,
Okay.
again, this is a big target, so. You would hit on a 5 or less.
Oh,
However,
no!
you're at slow speed, so that's +1 to 6s. The target is large, so that's another +1, so that's 7s. And.
He's losing weight.
You're not quite within point blank, that would be 5. So, you're going to need a 7 or less to hit. So, the 20 mil,
2.
and then the twin heavy HMG,
6.
6 also hits.
All
So,
six.
twin HMGs do 2d6, but your twin do 3d6, and then your Orlican does 3d6.
Okay.
But this can cause criticals.
So the HMG does
another 7.
7 damage.
It's got 2 hit points left.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
auto-gun guy who's been doing so well the entire battle.
Dead.
Yeah,
And
there we
I
go.
think it's time to celebrate the Allied victory.
Hooray!
A costly victory with a thick plume
And more smoke.
I think.
Oh, well done, chaps. That's a fun little game. I like
I
that.
like this game.
Yeah, I think more scenarios
I
and
think
everything like that
what
will
they
really
need
add to it.
is, I think you need. They've got a load of boats. The boats inside are great.
The models really
They've
make
got a
it,
load of. They've got a load of boats coming out as well. Especially, you might notice that the torpedo boats are really good against big ships,
Yeah.
but they actually struggle against other like motor gun boats.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a lot of guns compared to the E-boat. But I know they've got the Farmal D.
female
gun
D.
points.
Oh.
And also they got things like armed trawlers and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and I think they're going to do. I think they're looking like in the rule book they've got Farmal B the first end motor gun boats,
boats.
the 3-pounders. And
Yeah.
So there's some other stuff coming out, but I think it really works best in kind of objective pilots. So, our warship survived, but we haven't protected the convoy, and now you'll just disappear into the night. Maybe pick up some survivors. We're dead in the water right now, so you can just bugger off.
Yeah. What I like about this is it's a compact scenario. You can play it, in a relatively short time. It doesn't drag
Yeah,
on.
that took less than an hour, I think.
Yeah. And actually, it's quite interesting.
It's not a hard rule set. I mean, you're not a man who plays War Games, Dad, but
No.
that wasn't too hard to understand. There's a lot of tables, but
Yeah.
they're all.
I think
in
in
the
this
back of
scale
the
as well, you've also got the dark winter nights where you can sit down with an armed trawler or whatever they bring out and paint it up to look good, and then just play a little. Yeah.
That's it. That's great.
So,
Well, thank you for showing us how
victory to the Royal
to.
Navy.
Yeah, victory of the Royal
Rule
Navy.
Britannia.
Thank you for showing us that game.
Thank you.
Okay. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.